On today's episode of Lakestone Love, I'll dive into the plumbing selections that I've made for this house and some of my reasoning and thoughts behind these selections. There are so many considerations that need to be made. It's not just the aesthetics of how does this faucet look versus the other, it's how does this one function compared to another? Is this sink bowl large enough? Do I need it to be divided in the middle or be 60-40 or low divide or no divide? You know, there are just a ton of questions that you need to ask yourself and answer for each of your selections, on top of getting the placements right, the heights right, and all of those details that continue to reveal themselves through the course of the project. For our house, I'll just kind of start in the kitchen because that's an easy place to start for most people. I think I knew for a long time that in my next kitchen I was going to have this beautiful sink faucet from Waterworks, and I'm going with unlacquered brass, which is a very impractical decision, but I am a neat freak and I will keep it clean so it doesn't completely stay tarnished all the time. But for a lot of other clients, I would recommend to them, if they want the look of unlacquered brass, there are all kinds of other finishes available that achieve the look but do not require constant cleaning and care. But I appreciate materials in their natural state and letting that patina happen and just keeping it clean and living with it. I'm really funny about having things out on the counter. I don't think that I've done a good job as a designer if I go into a client's house and they have a ton of things out on the counter. Everything should have a place, and that really starts with the design. For the kitchen, and honestly, I'm also doing it in the laundry room, in our scullery, pretty much anywhere where there's a need for hand soap, except in bathrooms. I am putting in a soap pump, and I've always done this and it works great. I have a soap pump from a different vendor that I've kind of paired with this faucet from Waterworks. They look good together. They'll be in the exact same finish, so that will work. And for my kitchen sink, I absolutely love the kitchen sink that we've had for the past 5 years in our previous house that we designed. So I'm going with the exact same sink. I selected 33 inches. I have the space for it. I could probably go bigger actually, but I think that's enough space. And I personally like this low divide configuration. So I still have a 60-40 split of large bowl to small bowl, but the divider between the two is very low, so the sink still functions as a single bowl sink should you need to wash a large roasting pan or something like that. So in our scullery area, this is the secondary kitchen space that will definitely be used a lot in entertaining situations where we need to have messy things happening kind of out of the main living space, since our kitchen is open to the breakfast room and to the family room. For this space, I also wanted to have a full height faucet and a decent sized sink, but I didn't want the sink to take up too much of my countertop space in this area because that's where we'll do a lot of food prep. So I went with a sink that is made out of a kind of a granite composite material. We have a sink made of the same material at the beach, and it's just been so durable. For the laundry room, I was really excited to try a new collection from Blanco. Blanco has a new apron front sink that's really gorgeous, and anyone wants to look it up, it's the Serrana from Blanco. I opted to go for the 33-inch single bowl sink with apron front. I have plenty of space in this laundry room, so it seemed like an appropriate place to just go larger with this sink. We have a really large sink at the beach, and I've washed children in it. I wouldn't be afraid to put the dog in it. I can arrange 6 or 7 different flower arrangements at the same time in it. I'm really excited about how it looks. This sink is actually a reversible apron design, so you kind of have options once you get it on site if you want to have a wider curve at the front or a tighter, little sleeker front. You pick which side you want to show and you flip it. So it actually has an apron on 2 sides and you pick the side you want to show. For the faucet in the laundry room, I selected one also from Blanco. They have this beautiful new Impressa bridge faucet. And so I am always a sucker for a good looking bridge faucet. It just kind of has a traditional shape. And then this particular model has been scrubbed clean, so the lines are very sleek and it just looks great. It's got a pull down spray with 2 different water sprays. Whether we're scrubbing stains, arranging flowers, or bathing bottoms, it's gonna be just the thing. In the butler's pantry, this is the room where it's going to function really as a bar area. I wanted this sink to also be a large sink, so after we finish a dinner party and clear the table, it'll clear straight into the butler's pantry instead of going into the dishwasher that's way over here in the kitchen and then going back to the butler's pantry to be stored. So we have a special kind of china and glass dishwasher and a larger sink. The sink will actually be custom made by a company, Thompson Traders. They're going to fabricate brass countertops. We're working on edge style design, but the sink will be fully integrated into the countertop. So that's gonna make cleaning really easy and simple. So then with the larger sink, I wanted to have just a really beautiful statement faucet. And so again, I think I mentioned that I love a beautiful bridge faucet. So this was the perfect space to have a bridge faucet. I don't really need the total practical functionality of the single hand on-off lever like I do in the kitchen for this space. So it's got the separate hot cold, and it has a side spray that's separated from the faucet. So the faucet really maintains a very classic and traditional look, but it's super functional for washing dishes and glassware. And that's all in an unlacquered brass finish.